We're born ready.
It is showtime. Wow. Whoop, whoop. Okay.
We've been gone a long time.
1996. I know. It's 2026. I was like, it is not 1996. Welcome back. Happy New Year. We are Chiropractic is Sexy. This is our first show of the year of this year. I'm Dr. Paula Ruffin.
And I'm Dr. Erica Peabody. And I don't know if any of you are in Michigan, but it's like 55 degrees here today. I'm always, when I'm here, I'm like looking straight out into the parking lot as well. And everyone's like t-shirts and whatever. Like,
oh yeah. Yeah. 55 is like, we should be out there sunbathing, right?
Yeah. Yes. Super happy to be here though. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope your holidays were good. And how many of your patients, so I'm going to say probably 25-30% of my patients were like, yeah, we missed the holidays because we were sick. Are you getting that? They're like, I missed our holiday party.
Secondhand people being sick. I haven't had any patients sick yet.
So no, they haven't been sick, but they're like, oh yeah, we missed Christmas. We missed our family Christmas party. We missed this, we missed that because someone in the family was sick. So let's have a better, healthier New Year.
Which goes along with exactly what we're going to talk about today. So, all right. Tomorrow, January 9th, is Quitter's Day. Why is it Quitter's Day? It is the day that 90% of people give up on their New Year's resolutions. And it's not for lack of motivation or desire, but it's typically a measure of nervous system dysregulation. We are constantly being chased by a saber-toothed tiger every day with physical, chemical, and emotional stressors. And when you are living in even a low level of fear, it's subconscious, you guys, this low level fight or flight fear, you can't make sound decisions. You can't make good decisions out of fear.
Bless you. That is so true. We're either, I'm taking right over. So we're either surviving or we're thriving. We can't do both.
Yes. So which one do you want to do? And so typically tomorrow, this is where we're going to start hearing people over the next couple of days, is where they went in fast and furious, had these New Year's resolutions, but they're losing motivation already. They're frustrated. They can't stay focused on what they want. This is nervous system dysregulation. This is where chiropractic shines. And actually, there are multiple studies, which I'm going to talk about today, that have shown that when your nervous system is dysregulated, when you are in fight or flight, when you are constantly having that saber-toothed tiger nipping at your heels, that actually lowers your motivation. Mm-hmm. It is a scientific fact. It's science that you can't be motivated when there's fear.
Right.
And so we want to talk today about Quitter's Day, helping keep you out of that, keep you away from the quitting. And then what do you do? Right now, like, drop in the comments. Are you feeling like you're ready to quit? And if so, or did you just not set any resolutions because you're like, well, I'm going to quit them anyway?
I think that's actually going on. No, that's going on a lot. And I actually did an in-house coffee talk this morning, and it went so well. It was basically like inviting people from the community and my patients, and my sister-in-law is a nurse here, a wellness nurse, inviting people in. And I'm like, okay, who has a New Year's resolution? And actually no one raised their hands. And I'm like, good, because that's not what we're here for. Because resolutions are the ramp up, and then you're bound to crash. Instead, what can we take into this month? What can we take into the next month? What can we take into the next month? Like one little tiny change, it's kind of like when you lose a bunch of weight really quick, it's coming all back on. So when you make audacious goals like that, it's going to come crashing down. And then of course, obviously that she's exiting for a hot second here. So that often happens. And Dr. Paul and I have been, one key thing that we see in the very beginning of the year is our gyms that we go to, and we've been part of for decades, the parking lots will fill up. They'll be I have a huge parking lot at my gym, and it was all the way full, all the way out to the skirts. And I really think It's just a theory of mine. I think that we should be like for every point, you get a point every day you go the year before, and then you get like row, you get to be in like a certain row because you made a certain amount instead of like everybody piling in. But actually, I don't really care where I park in the parking lot. It's a massive parking lot like you would have at like Home Depot. It's that big. And so when that fills up, it's a huge facility anyway, but and then it starts to dwindle down and dwindle down. And I think it was really interesting this year because the first day of the year was a Thursday. Then there was a Friday. A lot of people skipped that day. Then there was a weekend. So people are like, well, I'm not working, so I'll just wait till Monday. So this past Monday, the 5th, was kind of like let's get rocking and rolling, and we're
Yeah,
coming
and I
to it.
wonder too, because just by definition, uh, Quitter's Day is the second Friday of January, but it may not be actually this Friday because I think most people got through the weekend and then started. So
Yeah, that's what
um,
it feels like this time around.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But either way, you're going to give up on that, right?
So what do we call it? Instead of the 9th, it'll be the 15th or
No,
16th?
I originally had said the 14th, but then I was like, oh, wait, no, it's the 9th. And so it could be the 14th, but whatever.
It's
Either way, it's still only 2.5 weeks into the year. So, like,
well,
it's still not okay.
yeah, I was gone for the week between Christmas and New Year's. And so New Year's Day was on a Thursday. And I didn't want to wait to start the practice until Monday. Like I gave people, and then I don't work on Fridays, but I gave them Friday because I work one Saturday and I wanted it to be the 3rd. So I gave them Friday the 2nd, and we were slammed. People were ready. And that's what I loved about so far this year, although this week feels very chaotic. We were slammed that day, and everybody was like, thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to come in this early in the year, like the second day of the year, because I just really want to get rock and roll and get started. So we have been rocking and slammed since. And I'm really grateful that we had that because it's almost like a little boost, like a New Year's boost to get adjusted first thing. So
And again, if we're just talking about stress and dysregulation and motivation, and the saber-toothed tiger, we just came off of the holidays, and that is one of the most stressful times of the year. And so you go through this super stressful fourth quarter. We'll just to use a businessy term, but it's pretty stressful because schedules are disrupted. There's tons of family stuff, which most of my patients didn't have any family drama this year, so I thought that was great. But then people, it's the financial stress of having to buy presents for people who you could care less about, and then the social stress. How many parties do you go to, or how many different families' homes do you have to go to? So you go through all that stress. Again, you got your saber-toothed tiger in tow, and then January 1st hits, and you're like, I'm going to go back to the gym, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And so you came screaming into the new year with so many traffic jams in your information superhighway that, of course, like, it's not your fault that you then 2 weeks in are like, I can't do this. You don't have the bandwidth. And as chiropractors, this is where we shine, is helping people clear the traffic jams from the information superhighway, tame the saber-toothed tiger, put it on a leash at least. He's not going anywhere. He's gonna be right here. But let's just tame him. Let's tell him to lay down a little bit, right? So
yeah. Well, and we've talked about this because there is your nervous system as we're going through the day, like we are designed to stay alive, right? So our nervous system is designed to make sure that we're bobbing and weaving. We're looking out for stuff that's going to threaten our existence. And it used to be that saber-toothed tiger, right? It used to be that. And now I'll just give you my example. On Tuesday, I finished work. I have a satellite office about 30 minutes south of here, 25 minutes. And I got home and I was like ready to like gung ho and just do all the things and like spend an hour on my closet, come into the office, get more stuff done. And my power went out. And when my power at my house went out, there's also an analogy there. But when my power went out, it was like, I don't have time for this. And I'm not going to weed through my closet with my headlamp on. And I literally like let the stress of no power. I mean, we don't realize how much we rely on it and how inconvenient it is without it. And it was off for 6 hours. So I got nothing done that evening, but I also let it completely derail me.
It's
And
hard not to.
I sort of willfully did that, but it also, I started the new year in quite a bit of chaos. Aside from Friday and Saturday here and the office running good, there's a lot of like things I'm trying to push forward and I'm running into a lot of walls and a lot of frustration. So it was just like one more thing. And I'm like, I felt the red line tipping over the edge. And I'm like, you know what? I don't even have willpower to make the right choices for dinner. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm just going to skip dinner and eat ice cream. That's what I did. True story. True story. And so I took the dogs and we drove into the office and I got like a little bit of paperwork done. And then I'm like, I'm just going to eat ice cream. I'll start tomorrow. So none of us escaped these kind of things. Like my system was overwhelmed, overloaded. And then therefore I wasn't making a good choice of like, I couldn't make myself anything to eat anyway, but I could have made a better choice than just ice cream. And I'm like, well, what the hell? Why not?
Well, you needed to eat the ice cream because you didn't have power and you were afraid it was going to melt.
Well, no, I was out ordering ice cream.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to open my fridge or my freezer.
My
So
camera
anyway,
just froze.
it's all of us, you guys. It's everybody, and our systems are up, and then but the adjustments bring it. We lost her. The adjustments help to bring our nervous system down a level, so that when we do have something that kind of sets us off, we're able to recover and have bandwidth for better decisions. So we're not out super under stressed and out eating ice cream. So I did have candles. Yes, I did. I had one little candle lit and my dog's with me. So anyway, so basically when we have all the stresses bombarding us, so when we talk about it, it's physical stresses. So slips, trips, bumps, whatever, any whatever, as Dr. Paula always says.
I got nothing.
We have chemical stresses. I see you. I hear you.
You hear me, but I'm like, I don't know what's going on my camera.
Yeah. So we have chemical stresses, which are a lot of different things, but sugar's one of them. Processed foods is another. We lost her again. Oh, there she is.
Just keep going. I'm just going to keep messing around until I figure out my camera.
Yeah. And also not being able to figure out technology. That's also a stressor. No. So physical, chemical, emotional, which let's just add the holidays into that. We've already sort of mentioned that. And also in the chemicals, the sugar, and then physical, mental, emotional, and then traumas in our minds, like thought patterns. I'll say that. So where are you there? You're not there?
Yeah, no, I'm here. Oh wait, can you hear me?
There you are. Oh, you're frozen again.
I have no idea what's happening.
You're there, but there you are. Yay, she's back. So those things, and then to add one more to that is technology. And I was sharing this morning with the group that came in for the coffee talk this morning. I know she's frozen again. So yeah, you stressed and coped with ice cream. Yes, I did.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. Can you hear me?
We can. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay here because I don't. As long as my audio is working fine.
Yeah, your audio is good.
I don't know what's going on with the camera. So yeah.
Physical, mental, emotional, chemical, and then technology. And then, there's a lot of different things. So those things. And when we're bombarded and overloaded with that, our nervous system can't regulate. We don't have bandwidth for proper decision making and health choices. So that's where I was at. Oh
sorry.
There we go. Stream audio.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm still in the stream, but
okay. So what do we do about some of this? Number one, I hope after all these conversations and all the ways you guys have shown up with us every single week for over 2 years now, I hope that you are finding regular chiropractic care in some way, shape, or form. If you are around us, of course, we would love to see you. I think that we have a lot of people at a distance. So if there's a chiropractor in your area, that you're eyeing, you're looking at, you need some help vetting their office, I want you to reach out to one of us and we'll help you do that. And that you're finding time to regulate your nervous system just in general. So that has to do with obviously sleep, exercise, making sure that you're setting your technology down, and working with, I mean, just a simple, they say that, I think it's the SEALs use the square breath, where it's four, a breath in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, and hold for 4 can really start to change your nervous system response to the world and life. Where are we at? Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to get logged on from my phone, but it's
Oh,
not
okay.
loading my yeah. Anyway, we'll figure it out. I'm just over here playing IT. Well, talk about stress.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm just gonna keep posting up the comments.
Yeah. So if I live near either of you two chiropractors, I would definitely visit. Yeah.
Thank you, Lily. We appreciate that.
Yes. And ice cream has
Well,
someone.
and how often do we hear from people when they come to us and they oftentimes we are a last resort. We become, they've struggled, they've tried every which way they can to try to figure out their pain, their health condition, and then they're like, well, somebody told me to come to the chiropractor, and it could potentially be the most obscure thing that they've ever done.
Right.
And they're like, it makes no sense to the patient, to the person, why they should go to the chiropractor, but no one else has been able to help them. And so they end up in our offices and we're like, no, you're in the right place. And then they're like, why wasn't I here 10 years ago?
Right.
Which is the coolest thing, because whatever it is, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to preface this by saying, I am not stating that we can cure cancer. I'm not stating that at all. But no matter what your health condition is, you need a clear neurological pathway for your body to adapt to whatever that thing is. And if you have something like cancer, why wouldn't you do everything in your power to clear that information superhighway, to move your body from the saber-toothed tiger and fight or flight and into rest, digest, and repair, so that your body has a greater healing capacity? That's really just what it comes down to.
Right. I was thinking, and kind of backing up to what I was saying before, like we talk about the saber-toothed tiger just because, it's kind of tongue in cheek. Thank goodness we don't have to deal with that these days. Right. But our bodies take that level of stress and wanting to survive that tiger, and it just takes it into a Tuesday, like just Tuesday.
Yeah. It doesn't know the difference.
Exactly. And so that level of stress is an inappropriate way to go through the days and ever expect us to be able to adapt and adjust to our world, even though we're not running from tigers anymore. We're just in a simple Tuesday. So thanks, Doctor. Thanks, Sword.
Thanks for being here, Mark. Sorry you can't see my beautiful
I know,
face.
we lost her.
I know. I'm like, you can hear me. You can hear me. I know. I don't know what happened to my camera. It is just deciding it doesn't want to. Oh, wait.
There you are.
I'm sort of there.
Sort of.
It's capturing me in like some weird. There's one.
There. Stay just like that. So anyways, as we were doing the that's so weird that it's doing that. Okay, so as we were doing the coffee talk this morning, basically what we're doing, my goal has always been to be approachable healthcare. And my sister-in-law, who's the nurse, she is also the same. So we it's very distracting. So we were
sorry.
Yeah. So that's ultimately why we come on here weekly, so that you guys can reach out and ask us the questions that help you really truly find health. We lost her again. What are we doing?
No, I'm still here audioally.
Well,
I'm here audioally.
Can you just put up a picture maybe?
Maybe. I don't know.
So I was looking back at the notes here for a hot second. Your faces aren't great. Okay.
There we go. No. Why isn't it? I can't get up on stage now.
Actually, I'm not sure if the audience is hearing you, Paula, or not, because you're not up on the screen. We hear you, Eric and I, but I'm not sure about the audience.
Okay, let's see. I don't know why I can't get back up on stage. I'm going to jump out and jump back in.
Okay.
Oh, Ghetto Hippie says yes, they can hear me.
Oh, good.
Okay. Okay. Then it's all good.
I hear you loud and clear. So
okay. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. All right. Yeah, I can't even get a virtual background to come up there. I'm like, I have no idea what is going on here. Hey, Ken, text me a link. Text me a guest link because I'm trying to pull up what I sent Erica. So text me that and I'll just pull it up on my phone to join.
All right, yeah. Give me a minute.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'll just keep talking then.
Yeah.
Anywho,
I'll be the face of Chiropractic is Sexy.
That's right. Well, yes. Which, speaking of which, I think we have a great picture, Dr. Erica. Can you pull it up on your phone?
I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah. I don't know.
And we'll get back to the nervous system and stress and neck pain and all of that. But we're gonna make some swag. And we have this picture of the two of us that we just love. There's so much joy and happiness in this picture. And I feel like cartoonizing it and putting it on swag and mugs and t-shirts and hats. And if you guys would like something, we got swag coming.
Oh, you can kind of see it. Yeah.
So, show the actual, the cartoony one looks weird on the camera. I think probably
This is the regular one, and then the cartoon one is this one.
Yeah.
And like this did a really nice job.
Yeah.
So anyway, what else you got? What do you have in your practice showing up this week?
So really it's diving deeper into what we're talking about today. It's really just having conversations over and over and over again about how we have to keep our nervous systems clear. And the more I say it, I had a new patient this morning, and she's been to a chiropractor, and she just moved here. She's only been here 2 months. She'd been under regular chiropractic care, like going about once or twice a week for several months. And I always say to people, listen, I don't know what your previous chiropractor told you, but I'm just going to tell you about chiropractic from my perspective. And everybody's like, okay. And so I just shared with her why I'm doing what I'm doing, how important the nervous system is. Of course, I turn the lights off in the room. I ask her to try to read a book. And I say, you wouldn't want to read a book in here, would you? And they say, no. Right. So we have to turn the lights on. This is what you're doing for your body. If we don't turn the lights on in your body, you can't make decisions. You can't regulate your mood. You can't regulate your sleep. And so let's turn the lights on. And she goes, nobody's ever explained chiropractic to me, even at a level like that. She goes, that was amazing. So it just, and of course, having this show, and we are over 2 years into this show, you guys. So we're super excited. But just being able to have this show where it breathes life into me. It makes me really tap into, okay, hold on.
We're getting her. There we go.
Okay.
Yes. Way better.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
If you can turn your phone a quarter turn so we can get the fuller view.
Well, hold on, because
there you go.
I had to turn off all of the sound. Okay, here we go. Adapt. Okay.
Yes.
We are adapting.
There we go. Perfect.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm in now. So this show, being here every week, having all you guys here every week, engaging with us, super appreciative, because it gives me inspiration to continue to talk the chiropractic story and continue to help people with something that they don't necessarily know they need as much as they need it.
Yeah, I was. A couple of things came up over the last day or so. Number one, and one of my patients brought this to my attention yesterday, that they flipped the food pyramid. I don't know if you saw that, but they flipped the food pyramid to reflect more real food. And then in the same breath, they were talking about making sure that medical doctors are now going to get nutrition inside of their education. And so people have come to me for 21 years now, and they're like, why didn't my so-and-so say this before? Why wasn't I ever turned on to this before? What is going on with this? Why have I never been told this? Just like you're saying, why have I never been told this before? And it's like, well, number one, our health is our own responsibility. And number two, you have to be asking the right people the right questions. And it was so great this morning to have a little, I don't know, there were 8 people in the room this morning for the coffee talk that we did. And it was basically like people asking bigger questions about their health and not really realizing that it's in a chiropractic office, not really realizing that that is where they should be asking the questions about health and healing, not really realizing where they're supposed to be asking these questions. And it was really nice because it was sort of partially, I never wanted to call it a lecture, but it was sort of partially like, let's talk about health. Let's talk about wellness. Let's talk about a few things that add to what we're doing. And also like, let's answer your questions. What are the front and center? Like there's a lot of questions about, obviously supplementation. There's a lot of questions about immune system. Like how do we boost? There's a lot of questions about vitamin C, vitamin D, and magnesium. There's a lot of questions about hormone replacement therapy. There's a lot of questions about peptides these days. And we don't need to discuss all of those things and like bring you all the, correct answers about it. It would have gone on for weeks, right? We had 1 hour together, but it's going to be a monthly thing. And they brought the greatest questions, but it also stemmed from, hey, doc, I have a personal, I just got asked a question just now. Hey, doc, can I ask you a personal question? What deodorant do you use? I was like, thank you for asking. And I shared a couple different options. Hey, and then it's like, hey, doc, what are you doing about?
Tell why that's an important question. You need to clarify. Because if you're watching us and you don't know that we're super crunchy.
Yeah, super crunchy, but we need to be using safe and non-toxic products. And I think that a lot of people, at one point it was like breast cancer is definitely coming from your deodorant. And there's a lot of things, but this is an excretory area. So we need to be putting on clean products there. And she's like, I have 3 daughters. I think they're like 11, 13, and 15. And she's like, my one daughter is really curious what she should be using. But then that made me think about what should the other ones be using and what do you use? So it was a really great question. And then there's been other things like, hey, doc, what do you do for your hot flashes? Hey, doc, what do you do for your this or that? What are you doing about HRT? So this is where this is coming from. And I don't have all the answers for all of you. I don't. However, we can start discussing like really where health is coming from. And it was amazing. And that's actually what Dr. Paula and I are doing, is just taking what we're doing and taking outside of our 4 walls and getting out to you guys. And it's going to be even in a bigger way this year than before. So, yeah.
Yeah. And those are great questions. And that goes back to earlier when you were talking about physical, chemical, emotional technology, is that putting deodorant under your armpits that has aluminum and different horrible chemicals in the armpit where it's highly absorbed. It's like having toxicity, it's like walking on a floor that you just washed with bleach. Mm-hmm. They're highly absorbable parts of your body. And it's critical to be aware of that because that's chemical insult to the nervous system. And what's even more important is that when you start to introduce these chemicals into the body, especially for the young girls that your patient was talking about, is that they're called hormone disruptors, mm-hmm. not just for young girls. Now, that is a critical time. But then as women get older, now it becomes hormone disrupting for women going through perimenopause and menopause. And so no point in our lives can we afford to be disrupting our hormones, which is the engine that drives us every day. Well, besides the nervous system, but so we have to be aware of that. And oftentimes I don't think people even, it's not even on their radar. And this new patient I had this morning was telling me about how she has some sinus issues and some other things going. I couldn't remember, but the sign, and she said something about sinuses and something else. And I said, "Oh, do you take Zyrtec?" And she goes, "Well, yeah, I take Zyrtec and pseudoephedrine, and occasionally, and then Flonase, and she's getting bloody noses." And I said, "Well," I said, "let's go through what that does." And she's been taking them. She goes, "Maybe not every day, but every other day for like 3 months now." And I said, "Well, let's talk about what that does. It dries out here. It dries your eyes. It dries your mouth. It dries out your joints." She already knows she has arthritis. And I go, "And you're a menopausal woman. It dries out your vagina. So can we just stop that?" Like, women are struggling with this and then not knowing why. And then doctors are treating them for their labs, not for their symptoms. And it's like, well, if we just stopped the things that were like the causing of the things, we are the only ones out there that's correlating taking sinus medication to dry out your vagina. Like, nobody else is doing that for people.
Yeah. Well, it's doing that. It's also drying out your spine. It's drying out your discs.
It dries out your joints. It's drying out all the things.
Yeah.
Right.
So I started 3 new patients yesterday, but one of them, it was really awesome because as I sat with him, he is 16 years old, and his mom is talking to me about subluxation and the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system and the regulation there and blah, blah, blah. Turns out she is divorced from a chiropractor. I was like, I don't know where you're getting this language in, but you are my ideal client. So anyway, I had him, and then I had a patient who is on their 1,750 something visit with me. So huge span of people. That's a lot of visits. That doesn't mean that this guy has been a mess. He just really cares about what he's doing with his spine. And this boy who's 16 hadn't been adjusted in 2 years. And I mean, I'm kind of curious personally about how that is working out. And he's grown 9 inches in 2 years. 9 inches in 2 years. He's 6'1" now, and I didn't know him 2 years ago. Obviously, I just met him yesterday. But when we have the spine is doing what it's doing, and then we grow like that, every single person, man, woman, child, all the way down to infancy, and even before birth needs to be under regular chiropractic care. But when you have that much growth and that much like expansion of all the things. So there's all the different ways. And what you'll notice is Dr. Paula is talking about one kind of patient. I'm talking about another. We're talking about this many visits and this, and it's for everybody across the board. And that's how critical it is to have your nervous system checked. Period.
And having a kid like that who grows 9 inches in a year, that's stress on his nervous system.
Oh yeah.
That's serious stress. The body that's doing some serious growing.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to support that.
Yeah. And he said he also, so he's into some sports, but he plays a lot of video games. I'm like, just stop, like regulate that. And she said, well, he gets, she turns the internet off at a certain point. I'm like, good for you, Mom. Thank goodness. But one of the things that we talked a little bit about this morning is that the millennial group of people, like there's something called bed rot, where you sit on your phone and don't get out of bed. And so you're like, yeah, I mean, talk about stress to the nervous system. So anyway, can't make any good decisions that way.
Yeah. No, you're losing your clarity, your
function, brain power,
motivation, productivity, right? And it's too much of a hit to the nervous system. I think this is something you and I can talk about, but I know this is on my list of videos to do. Is I haven't dove into the dove into the dived. I haven't dove in. I dove into the data on this, but I don't need data to tell me that I think that smartwatches are killing people.
Mhm.
I think smartwatches are destroying our brains. I think it is wreaking havoc on people's ability to relate to each other. It's worse than having a phone, because you can set a phone down and you can walk away. But these people, and if you are hearing me, if you are wearing a smartwatch right now, I want you to pay attention on how often you disconnect from the human standing in front of you to look at your watch and go like this. It's constant. And I have patients come in and I make them take those damn watches off, because while I'm adjusting that, while I am attempting to determine where in the nervous system needs to be adjusted, to determine where are they letting go so that I can adjust them safely, they're jumping up and going like this. And it's not conscious.
No, it's
They're
not.
so used to this thing, buzz tap, buzz tap, buzz tap. That shit is horrible. And ghetto hippie, I don't even care. I do care about the radiation, but the disruption in the neural signals, the disruption in your brain patterns. And then those same people are walking around saying, and again, if this is you and you're listening, saying, look, I have man hands when I do that. I have ADD. Oh my God, I'm so ADD. No wonder. It's self-induced. I hate those things.
He's unhinged today.
I hate them. I hate overstimulation of the nervous system. Right. It's stress. It's constant. That is constant fight or flight, constant stress. Your brain is not meant for that. So get yourself an Oura ring like Dr. Eric and I have. We don't know what this is telling us until we go to our phones at the end of the day and see what happened, or in the morning, or whenever it is. So this does not disrupt our day. This does not disrupt our brain power. So
the other thing
that's my
thank you. Yeah, throw those out. Also, my brother actually had a burn underneath his. It was one of the first, I don't want to call it like the first generation, but somewhere near the beginning, he had an actual burn on his skin. But what I was thinking is, one of our other colleagues had shared one time, he's like, our nervous systems are not designed to see atrocities and trauma and like gore and just abuse and all the things that are up on social media, and butterflies and beauty and nature. We're not designed to process those things together. We're not designed to have this in 30 seconds and just a few minutes later, our whole world is going to crash in. Mm-hmm. We can't process that. We're not designed for that. Our nervous system isn't designed for that. And if you think about it, just go back to a time when you felt so happy from head to toe, or you felt so angry from head to toe. I had an anger situation yesterday, but we felt so angry from head to toe. Like, that's the chemistry of the body and the nervous system controlling all of that. We can't have this atrocity and this beauty of nature and be able to process that. That is too much for us as well. So we need to be regulating how much we're consuming in that way. And also, because our world is set up that way, we need our nervous system to be worked with on a regular basis. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for stress and for, we're either moving towards life or we're moving towards death every single choice we make.
Yeah. So I think we want to really just remind everybody to start paying attention. Pay attention to what you're doing on a daily basis. Pay attention. Are you feeling unmotivated? Do you feel like you've created goals that you are frustrated with and that you can't keep up with, or that you're like, this is too difficult? If you want something better for yourself, if you want things to change, then you have to change things. It doesn't just change. You can't just sit idly by and think that something's going to get better without you actually changing something that's going to create the change. Yeah. So I think that's probably good. It's 1:42, so probably a good place for us to wrap it up. But Happy New Year. Please, we are tuning in from Dr. Erica Peabody, Dr. Paula Ruffin. It's all about the biology. on YouTube. So please go subscribe to those channels. And then we're also on Chiropractic is Sexy. So please jump over to Chiropractic is Sexy and give that a subscribe. We're also over on Facebook. So anywhere you're tuning in from, make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing, and we're here for it. We're over 2 years in on this, and we are so excited to be here. So we want to thank everybody for your engagement, your comments, and if there's anything you want us to talk about, by all means, please let us know. So
yeah, I mean, just going back to even where we came up with that title, it's like living a really healthy, vibrant, mobile, immune boosted, living from the inside out health, living a life like that. Like, what's sexier than that?
nothing sexier than that. Wait,
Right, nothing sexier.
than that girl right there. I can't. I'm trying to. No. I have to point away from the camera to get to you. Yeah, this is actually pointing at you. That's pointing
Yeah,
away. Okay.
this is pointing to you.
Yes.
On
Yes, Lily, when you're living your best life, that is sexy. So awesome. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week.
Okay. Have a great week, you guys. See ya.
Bye.